Oh, man, what is going on, folks? I am Mr. Solar Man 50 to the 4, and welcome to your spiritual news updates, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody out there is doing good, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this out, man. Mm, one second here. Cool. So this morning, as I was as I was woken up at 3 in the morning on my very amazing spiritual journey, I started to get all of these amazing downloads, and I started to get all of these things that were revealed to me, not just naturally in my life, but for the people out there, for the believers, for people that are on not just on a spiritual journey, but that are on a supernatural journey. There is so much to come, and there is so much that is going to be attained, not just naturally by me, Mr. Sullivan, but by you. There are so many tendencies, there are so many things that are coming into your life that you have been waiting to jump at. There are so many things that you have been waiting to be revealed in your life, because there is naturally there's such a covering over your life. Now we are walking into the realm of overflow. Now, say it again. So we're walking into the realm of overflow. I'm getting, the delayed is not denied, and they say denial is not just the river. So you're moving forward into times, and you're moving forward into a time where people are not going to be able to deny you anymore. You're moving. This is what I got in my spirit this morning. So you're moving from the back of the line to owning the building. That's just naturally what it is. That's just naturally how it is. That's what's coming up from on high. You have you have so much you have so much to be thankful for, and there's so much that is, that it's the word is saying a river. The word is saying a river flows upon them. This is for those who believed. And I just when I tell you, when I tell you this morning, I was like, man, I gotta get up, and I gotta get up, I gotta get this word out. But the messages kept pouring in, and they kept pouring in, and they kept pouring in, for for who, there's no more contemplation. You are moving in a time where people aren't going to believe the things that are happening to you. And these aren't just in, for those of you who are watching, welcome. I'm Mr. Solar Man 504. I am a spiritual consultant, and I'm also an author and a speaker. But, for those who believe, they're going to be these are exciting times, so it's time for you to get excited. Like, I was like, just literally laying down. It's like, I'm just going to relax, and one of my little devices fell over. I said, "Let me get up. Let me get up," because you have to be. You have no choice now. Moving forward. Let me see who is. I'm multi-streaming, but you have no choice but to be. I'm. I'm getting. I'm getting my Redeemer lives, and I feel, such an overflow. You felt so empty for so long, but every category in your life, you are being renewed right now. It's like somebody told me, everything that was taken away from you, you're getting back. Not just getting back, but you're going to get, you're going to get paid in full. And I really, really mean paid in full. A lot of you, it just felt like you were walking, and that you were so you were walking and that you were so shrouded in darkness, and people just didn't get you, and you were around people who you had to almost like bend to you. They wanted you to bend to their will so that you could fit in those moments, but you just felt like, something about them, something about that situation wasn't right, and something inside of you wouldn't let you do that, because there's a higher calling for all of us. It's going to be revealed. The word says, and the secrets of his tabernacle, so shall I hide thee. So you've been hidden for too long. Somebody spoke this into my life recently. You've been hidden for too long, but now it is time for you and me to get up and go out there. We can't hide anymore. That's just what it is. We can't hide anymore. We can't sit on the sidelines anymore. There have been people out there patiently waiting on you. Whatever it is that you have, whatever you have, whatever it looks like, it's time for you to get up and just naturally just put it out there. Because people have been waiting, and people have been waiting. I've seen it. God says there are going to be new generations that are going to rise up, that are going to go out there and stand on my word. So this thing is far from over. This thing is far from over. If you are, people, that the word says, many are called, but few are chosen, because everybody cannot do this work. Everybody cannot do this work. It comes with a lot. It comes with a lot of judgment. It comes with a lot of scrutiny, but yet it comes with so many different blessings. God said, I'm going to put you in rooms where you may feel uncomfortable, but don't worry, because because I am with you. The word always says, I am with you, that said the Lord. That is just what it is. This that the phone is going to start ringing off of the hook. The orders are going to start to come in. You have to, it's not a spotlight. It's not a spotlight. It's a divine spotlight. It's a divine spotlight that's over your life. You've had things shifting. You've had things shifting in the atmosphere for far too long. You've almost could reach out and touch it, but it was almost like a stone's throw away. And you were wondering, like, why? Because you had to go through what you had to go through to prepare you for the now. That's the thing. Basically, for all of us, the stuff starts this month. Just feels like this year starts now. January, February was cool, but we ride into March, and we ride into this with divine reckless abandon, because we deserve, we deserve our shining moments, and we deserve, we deserve the spotlights that we deserve the spotlights that we are going to get. We're fine tuned for this. We were naturally built for this. And thank you for joining me, for those who are joining me right now. We deserve this. We deserve this in the now. We put the time in, and don't think that your prayers just went for naught. Don't think that people, don't think that those divine messengers weren't out there listening to your prayers. Sometimes it's what's the word says? Says that something of the righteous. The prayers of the righteous availeth much. So it is that we're now, everybody. A lot of people out here are playing the short game. They wanted, they just want something now, so that they can feel fulfilled. We're beyond the, we deal supernaturally. So we are beyond the now. We are so far beyond the now. We are like we are in fields of, we are in fields of righteousness, and you feel like you've been different, like me. I feel like I've been different all my life. People would say, there's something about you. There's people would tell me there's something about you that's just different, that's just unique. Okay, great. I understand that. That means that I am, that means to me that I am special, that I am called, I am chosen, I am put forth down here to go forth to do a new thing. People need, people are out here tired of the same old. Everybody, I've so many people come out here and they, they do this, they use God's name for clicks and likes, but those people not wish nothing bad on anybody, but they're going to be, those people are going to, just let's just say a lot of us who are coming out now, we're going to, go so much higher than those people could have ever dreamed, could have ever imagined. So take all of your dreams and all of the things that you ever, that you ever naturally put out there, and multiply it times, I don't know, times whatever, times infinity, because these are the great and the amazing things. Your testimonies are going to be able to change people's lives instantly, because what you have gone through naturally should, for me, people would say, well, man, you really, you shouldn't be here right now. But everything that I have, I'm glad that I don't look like what I've been through, you know, because I have, I've been through so much. So much has been, so much has been taken away and given and given and taken away and taken away, given. Then I go through this, then I go through this, this spirit. I asked somebody the other day. I said, do you think the spiritual awakening? Do you think it happens once in somebody's lifetime? And they said, it happens every day, and that's the truth. Because because we continue to move, we continue to grow, we continue to go higher. Exactly. We continue to move and we continue to grow, we continue to go higher. And you're a vision, you're a vision to the visionaries. You're the idea, you're the ideal, you're a part of the heart that is going to, that is going to move nations. So whatever it is that you naturally need to put out there, whatever it is that you need to say, go out there, go out there and do it. You've had the gift for a long time, so now it's time for you to go out there and it's time for you to go out there and use that gift and put that gift out there, for people. Yeah, of course, you're going to be more than well taken care of. Seriously, you're going to be more than well taken care of. Again, this month is really this month is naturally just beginning, but there is you have been called to go out there and do and do great things, in your life. You have been purpose and positioned, and you felt like the rug has been taken from under you. So I'm here to tell you that now when you walk, that carpet is going to be red. You're going to feel like you're you're gonna walk in places where they're just gonna roll out the red carpet for you. They're going to be what is the word came to me? They're not going to they're not going to be sitting you're not going to be sitting with them. They're going to be sitting with you. So you're now the crowning achievement. You're one of the the voices, whatever your products or whatever your abilities or whatever your gifts are. It's time for you to go out there. All of these things are not just for form and fashion. Those who it says in the Bible, ashes to ashes and dust to dust. So those who, let's say you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So if you are attracted to drama and nonsense, you're gonna crumble just like that drama and that nonsense. And that is, we have bigger things to worry about. We do. We have so much more out there that is for us, and places that we can't even, places right now that we can't even imagine, that we couldn't even dream of, like a few weeks, a few months from now. Where we're gonna be, how amazing our life, or how amazing not just our life but our livelihoods are going to be. Jesus only had 12. Jesus only needed 12 disciples to go out there, change the world. You know, so you have naturally, which you have what you have. I know it felt like like for me this week, I just pulled back. I just felt like pulling back. And what is today? Friday? Yeah, I think today is Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah, I think it is Friday. I don't know. It's time, man. It's amazing. But yeah, I think it is Friday. But man, it's like, what if it is Friday? Happy TGIF out there, everybody. But man, there's so much. There are so much gifts. You have so much hidden potential and talents that are just encoded within you, that were given from your ancestors. So it is time for you to naturally touch and agree with yourself. That's the thing. That's the thing that's binding a lot of us. We're wondering, like, well, how do we activate it? You got to agree. Got to agree with it. You just have to agree with the greatness. You got to agree with the greatness that's already been instilled in you. Um, a lot of it has already been released. A lot of it's already been released in the atmosphere. All you naturally need to do is agree with it. People talk about the law of attraction and all of that stuff. I mean, a lot of that has validity. A lot of that has a lot of weight, man. Seriously. You're gonna walk in places and people are gonna be like, you have no idea what you have done here today. You have no idea how long we have waited for someone like you to walk into this place and shit. If you ever work with somebody and they're like the life of the party, that person could have been you on your job, career, whatever it is you do. And for some strange reason that it's like you leave, that person leaves, that place isn't the same anymore. It's just not the same anymore. Just to say this, that you are not the same anymore. You are not that same person that used to hang out and go to the club and blah, and whatever. Now you're feeling the change. You're feeling the change. It's it's grown up time. It really is. It really and truly is, because you have to be focused. Is it going to be fun? Yes. Is it going to come with uh, um 1,001 things that you asked for? Of course. Is it going to look how you thought it was going to look? No, because it's going to look, it's going to look and feel different. But it's going to be greater. There you go. It's going to be greater, than what you ever thought, than what you ever believed. Um, but just know that that move is coming very soon. That just know that that move is coming in very soon. They said the fine night of the what did they say the fine night of the finality. So some things just have to be, they just have to hammer some nails and cross a few more T's and dot some I's. And then, you're going to be out of that place. You're going to be out of that city, state, whatever that may be. Um, there's some of you still need to make up your mind about some things about your place in all of this. Do you where you want to be, naturally where you want to be. Do you want to stay where you are, in comfortable misery, or do you want to be shifted towards something greater, in your life? But that's naturally up to you. You have to. Nobody else can. There's no spiritual guru. There's no whatever. There's you're the person. You have to remember, above all of this, whatever you want to call it, you're the person that's on that journey, and you're the person that has to live with this stuff day in, day out, good, bad, or indifferent. The decisions that you made, the decisions that you could have made, and the decisions that you are making now. So make the choice. Do you want the what are you taking? You want you want the blue pill or the red pill? I forgot which one does what, but I don't know. But me, I want out of the matrix. I do. I don't want I don't want fake circumstances and around just fake people, because everybody out here is regurgitating, and everybody out here is giving the same stuff. Everybody wants to be seen, but nobody naturally has anything to talk about. It is just like it is naturally we are definitely in the time of smoke and mirrors, but the blind is leading the blind. I'm not here. If you're giving out something of substance, great. But everything isn't going to be all fun and games. There is a lot of seriousness with this. That's why it is not for everybody. That's just the point of it all. Like, I forgot who sings that song, but yeah, that's just naturally the point of it all. And that grace, that grace period is going to move so fast, and it's going to, it's going to move you. It's going to feel, that's why all of that. That's why the board. That's why the deck had to be cleared, because you're being moved. Your potential has already been seen. Don't think people out there can't see your potential. They don't. That's why you go certain places. People may oh, something's wrong with them, or something wrong with him or her. Like, no, it's really nothing wrong with you. It was just it was just them. Something about you throws them off. If that's the case, something is up. Something is up. That there's a air of jealousy, maybe from the other people. Maybe they just don't know. They just don't understand. You're just who you are. You're just blessed like that. You just got it like that. That is just naturally what that is. And your cases are your cases have been overturned. So I'm letting you know now that you are justifiably free. So let me let me bang my little gavel. So you are justifiably free, to go out there. Today for you on this day starts a new day. So go out there and be renewed. Go out there and breathe the fresh air, feel the sun. If you're not in a place where it's blunt, filled with snow and all that. But anyway, but the winds of change have blown you away. You're moving, you're being moved, and you're being catapulted. you're being you're being moved, and you're being catapulted in a new direction. Give me a second. I'm trying to find my water. There we go. I've been drinking so much water lately. But anyways, yeah. So you're being moved and you're being directed in a new direction. This thing is, this thing is greater than substantial. It is I am a part of it, but it is bigger than me. It's bigger than you. It is big picture time. It is picture day, and you go forward with what you got and what is coming. What is coming looks way better than what you've been through. I'm just here to tell you that now. Your next set of friends, your next relationship. That's why the deck had to be cleared. That's why, those people walk, whoever that was, they walk out, they walk away from you because they had to be, they had to be moved because I was, sometimes, I would be like that. I would try to go back and try to open those doors that were just shut. And one time I walked through a door that was shut and I wasn't supposed to walk through it. And it was the same stagnant experience. Nothing moved, nothing happened. Like literally, it was just the same experience. And I knew within my soul that I shouldn't have walked through that door. But those doors sometimes are reopened so that you can learn that lesson. Hopefully, within that time frame, it's nothing that's going to really stop you from having any amazing thing in your future. And I don't know you, you don't know me. That's okay. But whatever it is, I wish you the best with it. As I have my work to do, you have your work to do. I'm working on a new book. I was writing the book. I was almost finished. I was only on a chapter, whatever. And something happened to the computer and everything was gone. And, for like 2 days, I've been like, well, why in the world? And I saved it. Everything was backed up, but I cannot find that work on the computer anywhere. Some of the chapters I saved, thankfully, but you get new information. It's just that I needed to put, I needed to put different chapters in the book, and what I had probably, who to say, but but I'm good with that. I'm happy. I say I'm happy to know that I have what I have, and that I can add to it, and I can rebuild. I can, I have the gift of creativity. I have a creative mind. I can write. Um, and I can put out great, I can put out a more proficient book. So I can put out a more proficient book to help people out there, and for that I stand in gratitude because everything could have been taken away, everything could have been stripped, like just like that, and I would have been like, I could have been left here defeated after writing that book for the last few weeks, and just been like, man, and just been like, just threw my hands up and just would have forgot about it. That's just like you. Whatever that was stripped had to be taken away within, within that time frame. It's almost like you being, this bottle is a paradox, and you being inside of it. Although the water is gone, you're still there. and you have what you have. So moving on to the next situation or the next situations, you have everything. You have everything that you have everything that you learned. So you're inevitably never starting over from scratch because you, some way, shape, or form, you've been there before. So, and it's weird sometimes how kind of like history repeats itself. You go different places, you may see the same kind of same old people with the same MOs, and you're like, you're unbothered. Like that guy said in that viral video, it's above me, Seriously. Oh my goodness. That tickled my soul when he told that lady, it's like, you said what you said, so it's above me. Oh my goodness, that was funny. But anyway, just to say that, and it is true, man. Oh, it is so above us. It is so above us. I'm glad there are things out there that I don't naturally have to take on, and that there's a sense of familiarity when I do take on these things, and I know that I can handle them. Whatever it is, the test that you have to pass, the things that you go through when you have to be bold and you say, well, wow, I have to stand and I have to talk in front of all of these people. It's amazing when it's amazing what you can do when when either I don't know, you're thrown or you're catapulted, you're put into that situation, and you do it so real, you do it so surreal, and you do it so effortlessly, like you've been doing it for like I saw was I was on here the other day. I saw a young lady, she was painting, and she said that I just started painting like I don't know, like a few months ago, and it's incredible when you see people like that, because they're so like that gift just pops out, and you just automatically start doing it, and that is just a that is just a rising of the gifts that are coming out of you. And I was just blown away by the how amazing her, I not followed her anyway, but it was just amazing how beautiful her paintings were and how natural she was at it. It was just so amazing. So the gifts that you have, put them out there, use them. That's what like Usher said, that's what it's made for. I'm not a singer, but you know what I'm saying. Seriously, that's what your gifts are made for you to naturally put them out there. So it's time for you to go out, be great, use your gifts, be surrounded by the newness, the new energy, the new classification of self, because you're going to, you're continue to, because we lifted up God, the Most High, His Son, and angel guides, Jesus, whoever it is that you believe in, whoever it is that you rock with. But they surveyed everything. They know, we have a sense of it. We know, like, man, something great is coming. When you just have something, when something. Let me give you a little tip, spiritual lesson 101. When something greater is coming, when you have this inclination within yourself, and you say, man, I really feel like something greater is coming out there for me, and not just for me, but just for just around my life. I just feel like you walk into a job and you're like, you know what, I'm happy that I'm here, but I just feel like I'm not going to be here that long. I can't tell you how many times I've said that to myself, and boy, does it always come out to be true. But hey, I'm thankful for the whatever the process, and then it's time to move on to something. It's time to move on to something bigger, and it's time to move on to something bigger and better out there. But man, there is it's almost like now it just feels so automatic. It just feels so automatic, like everything, everything that you're principal with, like you're the principal in the school now. You're the um you're the head honcho. You're like that guy said in that movie with Tom Hanks. He said, "Look at me, I'm the captain now." You remember that? I think that movie was called Captain Phillips. But anyway, so you're now, so you now have more control than you ever had before. But the beautiful thing is, you're going to continue to learn. You're going to continue to grow. What you feel that you need, and if you do feel like you need it, you can naturally call it in. Pray it in, meditate on it. However it is, people. This new buzzword of manifestation and all of that good stuff, and a lot of that can be very instantaneous. It's very much so important. There are levels to this thing, but I just feel like there are levels to things. You're going to keep growing. Just give yourself some time. You have to give yourself some time. Seriously. you know, I'm getting that TLC song. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Don't worry about what's going on over here and what's going on over there. And, it's just time of self, time for you. It's time for you to shine. That's great that whose ever concert sold out and whatever, cool. But it's time for you to, it's time for you to be, it's time for you to be seen in a greater view and by a greater multitude of people. It is just naturally time for you to, it's time for you to grow and flow. There you go. It is definitely time for you to grow and flow, and just to have nothing or no one to stand in your way. And I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about the shift. I'm talking about the shift is now. The shift is here. It's it's going to be different every month, but it's going to continue to grow. The snowball effect. They say, I guess this would be like physics, stuff. It starts downhill, and that force, starts uphill. That force just brings it down, 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 down. When it hits, you're gonna feel it. People around you are gonna feel it. People are probably already telling you something about you just feels different. You could try to sit down and explain it to them. I'm a wrestling fan. Like the guy says, "Hey, we're the ones." Like we're the bloodline. We're the truth in this thing. That's how that's how that's how it goes. God, God, your angel, God, Jesus, your ancestors have acknowledged you, whoever it is that you roll with. They see something greater in you. They're there. You've been tested by you've been tested. People said by the Holy Spirit, by Spirit, and you go further than anyone in your family has ever gone before. I don't know. I don't know anybody in my family that's I had one young lady I think wrote a book, but she's in by marriage, so that doesn't count. But I don't know anybody in my family that's let me see. Hold on. I don't know anybody in my family that's sitting down and reading a book. Seriously. And I still have, I still, I have the terms of bestseller over my life, over and over and over again. And this is Soul of a Man, Portrait for the Mind, Body, and Soul. All this is on Amazon and on my website. You can find this in the link above or below. So, or just inbox me and, yeah. So, and this is Lyrical Soul, lyrical quotes for her mind, body, and spirit. Just 100 quotes. If you like to speak things into existence, this is the book for you. But just to say that, I don't know anybody in my family that's, like in my family, we've always had like these great singers. My mom and dad were great singers. They were amazing performers. They sang in the choir. I didn't get that gift. I didn't get that memo for that gift. But I got the gift that they were always creative. But that passed down to me, in the fact where I could write, I could create, I could create other things. And thank you for the heart. I could naturally create other things. So, just say that to say this, you're the one, and especially if this thing is inside of you, I don't care what it looks like right now. Seriously, I don't, you're being shifted and catapulted, and people always say you're right where you need to be. You're moving now. You're moving now. This thing is naturally happening now. You're moving to greater circumstances. You're moving to greater circumstances. So there is nothing in the now that is stopping you, that is holding you back to go out there and be great, to have greater. And there's nothing wrong with you wanting that. If you are around someone that is trying to stop you from going to do something great for you, or the people that are counting on you, you gotta just look. It's time to dismiss them. Like, seriously. But I was talking earlier, if y'all didn't catch it, how how everything had to be. Well, thank you for that, Miss MJ. What's going on, ma'am? So how everything how everything had to be moved, how you had to be placed by yourself for such a long time. Didn't it feel like it didn't feel like solitary confinement. You know, it felt like that for a while, didn't it? Like when you were by yourself, like you were going through all of these wild times with these different people, and it was like here today, going tomorrow, but they were not the bridge to your success. Ultimately, they're not. Your story, your story is still being written. It's not over yet. It is not over yet. And again, it's not. People say, we're in the age of whatever astrological sign. It's so much more greater than that as well. Seriously, you're in the age of you. There you go. You're in the age of, you're in the age of you, and your view is going to look so much grander, so much more beautiful, so much more scenic, and so much more surreal. Again, you're already seeing it. You already have this sight. I'm not sure, VIP Venom. Yeah, but you already have the sight that is, you got this new sight. You're a new thing. You're a new creature. You're a new creation now. So whatever it is that you have been thinking about, and again, you use what you have right now. Because I said how I used the example of I was writing this book, and I was typing and I was almost finished, and so something happened, and the file disappears. Couldn't find it anywhere on the computer. I'm glad, I backed it up, but trying to understand why. So, the word for me was that I had to put new chapters, new information that had to be revealed to me, because if I wouldn't have done that, I would have ended the book and just sent it out, and it would have been what it was. So in a sense, I'm glad that happened. I'm glad that happened. But we sometimes we wonder why, when not. But I'm at I didn't like panic or anything like that, but because I'm at a place now where I understand that there's a greater purpose for it. There is just a greater. I don't look. I have my gifts. That's great, but I can't see everything. I don't know everything. Things are revealed in time. I get that. I have to understand that. I have to stay on. I have to stay on my journey, and I have to stay focused. I have to stay committed. Even every day. Some days that I went to bed. I woke up at 3 this morning, and I started getting all of these downloads, and you know how that happens. And so anyway, and I was just like, oh, it's still early. I'll just get up and do it later. I don't know. Something fell. I was like, let me get up. I was like, let me get up and get this word out. Let me get up and get this message out because I know, I got to remember that this isn't naturally just about me. That this is greater than me. I know my rewards for this, and I just know my rewards for this are going to be so amazing, man. It's that song. Who sang that song? Mariah Carey, "Vision of Love." So you are you are a vision of love, and you deserve that love. So don't ever deny yourself that, and don't ever feel like you're not complete without it, because you've already had that love inside of you. Those other situations, those were just situations to help you to those were just the seeds and those seasons that were going to help to plant you to get you to bring in that beautiful harvest that you call the true love of your life. And that true love is still that you're still gonna get that truest of the true love in your life. And I don't care what society says. I don't care who's out here fighting. Let them fight. Let them fools stay where they are. While they're stuck in traffic, you're flying first class. That's what I'm talking about. So, let them fight and worry about all that nonsense. And I don't have time for it. I don't. I don't all the celebrity gossip and all that stupidity. I don't care about that stuff. That's good for them because it keeps people's focus and attention. Your focus and attention needs to be on other things right now. Because your your consumer base is going to be way different, way higher, way greater um, than those people could ever possibly understand. So I give all glory to the Most High, to God, Yahweh, His Son, and the Holy Ghost, my angel guides, and my ancestors who I can never forget. Because man, without them, these last few years, I don't know. Seriously, they're always there. They're always checking in, no matter what. So it's just So this is your public announcement to let you know that you have you've got it. It's on the you've got it. It's there. It's on its way. It's coming. I said earlier that the phone is going to be ringing off the hook. If there are, and what else did I say? I said that it's not that you're sitting at the table with them; they're sitting at the table with you. So so remember that. And be just be thankful in those moments. Just continue, continue to show up. Just continue to show up, man. Almost there. Got to keep pushing. Got things to do. Can't hang out anymore like I used to. Good to see you. Good to sit down and reminisce. I'm glad y'all are good. Whatever. But I got things to do. Because you see that it's not just a finish line; it's finishing lines. And that's a word for me. It's finishing lines. Because you're gonna continue to win, get the finishing lines. But anyway, whew, all right, folks. Man, but yeah. But thank you guys so much for joining, and please go out and get one of the books, and I'll keep you posted on the new book that I am working on now. I feel like this one is going to be different, but I'll keep you posted and everything else that I have going on. But all right, folks, you guys, today's Friday, right? I think it is Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. There you go. So yeah, so happy. I don't know why I'm thinking like today's Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know. Lord, that's. But anyway, happy TGIF out there, everyone. But as always, folks, I'm out. This peace. Peace.